So you got your phone charged.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dope Dichotomy podcast. My name is Mona Brown. I am your host, as always. Today, I have a great episode planned. I wanted to explore topics that aren't quote unquote of the norm and things that people may have judgments about that don't experience that for themselves or want to know more about, or they may not really fuck with it, but they just kind of want to know what's going on. So one of the first in that series is about polyamorous relationships. There's a lot of different realms of poly relationships. You know, of course you've heard of like polygamy, but we have polyandry. There's all types of different things. So today I have 3 people here today that are in a dynamic. Meech, Talia, and Kasha are joining us today, and I really, really thank them. Say hello, everybody.
Hey, y'all.
And we're going to get into a couple of questions about their particular dynamic, and I definitely want you to ask questions in the comments, because hopefully, the way we have it set up, the comments are going to come up in front of me on the screen, all that good stuff. We want to interact. Anything that you want to ask, go ahead and do so. So I'm going to start from what I see in the box, because we're doing our first virtual show too, y'all, so work with me now. So in the box, I see Meech first, so then I see Talia, then I see Kasha. So I want you guys to go in that order and just kind of give your name and where you're from and where you reside now.
All right, my name is Meech. I am from North St. Louis, Missouri. I currently live in Baltimore, Maryland. I've been here for the last 8 years, and I am ready to go.
First of all, St. Louis in the house. So you don't like Baltimore? It's too much? Too much?
It's time. I want to go south. I need more space. I need more land. I need less rent, less people.
Yeah.
I don't want no more water tax. I'm tired of living in the murder capital, you know.
I feel you.
You know.
I feel you.
I've lived in the murder capital my whole life, so I'm tired. I want to live.
Stop moving to murder capitals.
St. Louis is top 5. Baltimore is top 1, so I've been working my whole life.
Yes.
I'm Talia. I live in Baltimore, and I was born in Baltimore. I did live part of my life in St. Louis.
The best part.
Oh.
That's how I met Meech.
In St. Louis?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Awesome. We're going to get into more of how you guys met in a minute, too, so I'm interested to find that out. And then, Kasha, with your pretty smile, go ahead.
I'm Kasha. I am from Virginia, and I currently reside in Virginia.
VA in the house. I'm from Virginia, and I reside in Virginia. Okay. What's up, Queen? What's up, Demetrius? Hey, Demetrius.
Hey, y'all.
So, Kasha, they're saying that you need to put some light on, girl.
I'm sorry. I'm in the car, y'all.
She's in the car. She said deal with it, period.
Hope y'all can see me. I'm sorry.
Okay, so whoever wants to jump in on the questions from this point, just try not to talk over each other. That's it. Just wait for somebody to finish, you know.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh, you can see the comments. Okay, good. I want to
See
make sure.
anything? Where's that?
Meech, give them your secret.
Because he's using the computer.
Yeah, I came prepared for my first thing. I came.
Okay.
Oh, the shade is real.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you gotta have you're on the Zoom meeting, and then if you have like a little laptop or something, you can like see everything as it's happening. I can see it because the comments are on my screen. But
Hi, Sarah.
Oh, I know what it is. I have it on gallery view. I don't have it on speaker view. So I can see everybody.
Well, there you go.
So I can see Mona page, so I can see the comments.
See?
I be zooming at work, you know what I'm saying? So I know how to do it. I've been zooming. I'm zoomed out, actually.
He said he ain't new to this, he true to this.
I'm true to this. You know what I'm saying?
So
Mona, where are you from in Virginia?
I'm from Woodbridge, Virginia, all day. Okay. But now I live in a place called Fredericksburg, and like Meech, I am ready to go. I'm ready to go. I can't.
You know, we like Fredericksburg though.
That's our meeting spot.
That's our halfway spot.
That's our halfway spot.
I'm over it. You wouldn't like Fredericksburg if they tear gassed you. Like, you wouldn't like it.
I don't like them. I just like to meet there halfway to Virginia Beach. Just
Well, next time y'all come meet halfway, we gotta go out to dinner or something. I didn't know y'all was meeting here.
We will definitely do that. Like, I
Yeah.
love that.
There's some good people here, don't get me wrong, but some stuff is just starting to get on my nerves. That's all. But you know, new scenery is kind of necessary after a certain amount of time anyway. I've been down here for a minute, so.
Oh, dang, my light went off.
You gonna run that battery down, girl.
Oh man, I gotta come. That's a far drive to the gym. I'm not coming. I'm just gonna call AAA. I'm not. You know.
So what made y'all interested in a poly lifestyle relationship?
Me, because you're number one in the queue.
Now, see, I said anybody can answer in any order now.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I feel like, so we talking about our own or this specific.
Yeah, outside of y'all's dynamic, like what made you even consider it? Because most people start out just from, you know what I'm saying, society and the norms. They start out in a monogamous relationship, or, you know, thinking that monogamy is the more normal thing. So I'm always interested when I meet people in a dynamic like this of what made them start, like their wheels start turning and start looking at things a little different. You know what I'm saying? Some people, it's like, they got more in touch with their spirituality side, and that side taught them that, this is not always just this way. Some people started listening to Brother Polite. You know, there's all kinds of different reasons. So
Don't listen to Brother Polite.
no, please, thank you. Please don't, because he's. But go ahead.
He's cool. He getting money. He getting a lot of money.
He getting the money. I will say that.
Yeah, he getting the money, man. For me, I was very monogamous for a long time. I used to just, like, Talia was my first real girlfriend.
Oh, it's gonna get good. Okay, this is interesting.
I'm out here.
It's gonna get good.
She got comfortable.
Got her drink.
You better come to 7-Eleven. They gonna try to charge you for the sponsorship.
I bring the cup back. Okay.
Right.
So we was very monogamous for a very long time. Like Talia was like my first grown up real girlfriend at 19.
Oh wow.
We've been together for 19 years, 18 months, 7 days, 3 hours, 14 minutes, 16, 17 seconds.
Girl, you got on his nerves earlier. He naming the minutes and the hours.
I just know how to. I know how to give good cards. That's a good card.
Yeah.
I've been 13 years, 8 months now. So we have been together like for a long, long time, faithful, like no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Talia lied to me one night. I think that's how I started with you. Was you trying to finesse me or spice the bedroom up?
Oh, so it was your idea, Talia.
It wasn't really an idea. It was more like a bedroom trick. Like, all right, let me just tell him something to just turn it up in the bedroom.
Okay, like role playing type of fantasy thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we talked about an experience that he thought I had. I just made up a story with a woman. And did we say something about getting a girlfriend? I feel like
Yeah. So she's trying to be modest.
I'm having a threesome.
So she lied to me and said that she was with a woman in high school, and then we had some crazy sex. So after the crazy sex, she's like, "Oh, you gonna have a threesome?" And so I'm like, I'm like,
No, that's what happened.
look. So I'm like, man, I think it's a lie. I'm like, man, you don't know. I'm trying to stay tall.
You thought you were being set up. You can go ahead and be honest.
I thought Ashley Christian was gonna come out the car, and I'm like, damn. But I still only really dated Talia. So when I went to go try to have the threesome, I kind of pursued the girl as a dating her. Like I met the girl and was like trying to like courting her, you know what I'm saying? But secretly, like I say something after sex, like, hey, I got a girl for us, I'm telling you it's coming, you know? But after we had sex, like after sex talk where you think, you know, me and try to tell you anything after sex because they make you happy.
Yeah.
Hopefully you happy. So I'm like, yeah, I got a girl. I think we should try to date or whatever, or try to have a threesome with her, not even date. And she's like, yeah, okay. So every time after sex it happened, after sex it happened. So
But you were okay. So even though you were presenting it as just a threesome, which is like what people think of poly at first, which is way deeper than that, you were actually looking at it deeper than that at that point. But you was presenting it to her as a threesome.
yeah, because I didn't know how, like, I never had casual sex before.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to ask a girl to have a casual threesome.
Yeah.
I tried to make her fall in love with me enough to have a threesome. Okay, I know. They gonna talk
That
about
sounds like finesse to me.
It's my truth. Judge me.
Okay.
I'm not judging. I'm for real hearing the rundown for real tonight, so I'm excited.
Game recognized game, Granddad. That's all we're saying.
I don't even talk about that corner. I'm locking that one down. Have you ever heard Megan Thee Stallion? I am finesse. I am a fly dresser.
Yes.
That's our ringtone.
Okay.
So
So you ended up convincing the girl, or that didn't work out the first time?
So look, no, this what happened. So
It's better.
this ain't even the good part yet. So
What's up, Joe? Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead.
I used to sell fireworks for the 4th of July. I used to make a lot of money selling fireworks. So this one year, the year before, I made a lot of money. Everybody kept on asking about bombs. Hey, bro, where the bombs at? Where the bombs at? So, a nigga who got like money, or man who like money, everybody ain't pro. I like pro, but I ain't that pro black yet. But
You can say whatever you want to say.
I got you. But I got the bombs. You know what I'm saying? So I done went on YouTube and figure out how to make the bombs. So we at the house making the bombs. We smoking, making bombs. Everybody, whoever, you shouldn't smoke weed and make bombs. It's not a very...
Yeah, don't make fireworks and smoke weed at the same time.
At the same time. Or you shouldn't even smoke weed before it, and you should do...
I didn't even say don't make fireworks.
Don't make bombs at all.
Like, don't make fireworks.
Don't do it.
No, just follow the correct quality... Just
Yeah.
follow the correct quality control measures. That's what I would say. You know what I'm saying? So long story long, I blew my fingers off. Some other stuff happened in between that. It was Father's Day.
Oh, wow.
Red Lobster to get the lobster fish. The 2 for $40. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking my 40 real quick. So I was going out to make the money instead of fireworks to get the 40. I had like $5,000 in the house to buy fireworks, but I wanted to get the quick 40. Being goofy, That process happened. The dude buy one of the bombs. I look at it, it don't look right. It look kind of messed up. So I put it back in the thing. He bought some Roman candles, and then he get in the car and shoot one at me. So I get mad. It's like, oh, you want to see how you want to play games? You want to play? Thinking I'm the big dog, you know what I'm saying? I go to throw the bomb, blow my hand off, boom. Fast forward, hospital, police. We only got an hour. That's a long story.
Okay.
T found my phone at the hospital, blown up, bloody, and there's a lot of phone calls in there. Like, baby, where you at? Baby, what's going on? And these ain't phone calls from her. You know what I'm saying? So, luckily, I'm fucked up. Like, luckily, my hand blown up at the moment, so she can't fuck me up already because you already fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you up to mo.
Yeah, so she ain't fucking up some more. So I think she came to me. I think we talked about it. The girl came to the hospital. We almost had a threesome in the hospital. The nurse walked in on us.
You kind of going too fast with the story.
No, because we do have a limited amount of time. So,
Yeah, so
basically, just to catch everybody who's just joining up to speed, these 3 individuals are in a poly dynamic. He had an unfortunate incident where he blew his fingers off while making fireworks.
Yeah.
Went to the hospital. His girl found his phone, his wife. Sorry, his wife found his phone and found out that he had been talking to someone else because he was trying to set up a threesome, but the only way he knew how to do it was to try to get her to fall in love. And this chick is saying baby, 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 whatever. The girl comes to the hospital. The wife is very strong. I'm going to talk to her in a minute about this. And they end up almost having a threesome in the hospital. So.
Not like the first day. Like, I was in the hospital for a long time.
Yeah, that's the part I feel like was kind of...
So after they worked everything out and talked everything out, then it almost happened. Okay. Did you guys end up in a relationship with that person?
Yeah.
That was your first one?
That was our first one. So what happened was, so the last part about it, speaking of her being strong, the girl left a toothbrush. And this is all I already say.
Oh my God.
And she kept the toothbrush and gave it to her the next time she saw her. Like, I got the toothbrush. So, like, I feel like that was her, like, saying, you are welcome. I think the toothbrush was a sign of, like...
The approval.
I see you. I know what was your toothbrush at?
Okay.
Nah, she gave
There
a
you
toothbrush.
go. Like,
A travel toothbrush. But,
Okay.
All right. So then it went from, like, the threesome to, like, a relationship. I think the traumatic experience kind of brought us together at that moment because there was so much chaos and stress.
Yeah, I would
because of
imagine
that.
so, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it was just like the experience, and then we tried to make it make sense, but that was like 2010, and polyamory and polygamy wasn't what it was today, so there was a lot of hiding going on for a long time, and that led to stress, and then we broke up, and then we moved here. And then that's how me and Talia first got introduced to polygamy.
Okay. And Talia, that was kind of your story too, getting introduced to it. When that happened and you found out about this other woman, were you already conditioning yourself to be open to a poly situation? Like, were you, because a lot of women will seek it as well. A lot of people think just men seek it, but a lot of women will too. Were you already seeking that and like conditioning yourself, or were you still in the realm of just like a threesome situation?
Yeah, in my head it was a threesome more initially. I don't even know if I knew the word polyamory at all. So I didn't even know that was an option. But when he started, like, when I found out about her, it just didn't feel right. I wasn't the type of person to just sleep with somebody and just go about my business. It just seemed like we need to have more respect for that person than just brush you to the side. So after talking to her, and she seemed like an honest, legit person, like she was legitimately interested in a relationship with both of us, we just kind of gave it a try without even really understanding anything about ethical non-monogamy or anything like that.
Yes, which we're going to get into, because I do like that you said you weren't just trying to throw the person to the side, because that happens a lot, especially with unicorns, which we'll talk about that later on as well. And especially in situations where there's like a hierarchy in the relationship. So we will definitely get into that. Now, Kasha down there in the mood lighting. Hi, girl.
hey, I'm still here.
So how did you first get interested into poly lifestyle?
I mean, like my first experience, or like.
How'd you first think that was something that you could do?
Story. I just felt like I was always like this. Like I felt like I was always non-monogamous. I felt like I kind of had to hide that because I was in a monogamous marriage. And I told him, like, this is not what I want to do. And it wasn't until I feel like I truly found myself that I was able to figure out that this is what it is for me, per se. I don't know. So I wasn't really introduced. Like, I just ventured it out into it.
So you went seeking it. Yes. What's up, Raheem? What's up, Sarah? Thank you for tuning in. So how did you three get together?
Beach. Invited me to several parties.
Okay.
Have you ever seen that little gif of the dude in the hallway who slide up to the girl in the hallway? He run, he slide up to the girl.
Oh yeah. In the school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the dude in her Kasha inbox is that girl. I had slid in there one day. Like,
okay.
Hey, how you doing? And, so look, how me and Talia used to kind of date was very me centric. You know what I'm saying? Like I go talk to the girls. I go try to find the girls. And then I would try to figure out like who I thought Talia would mesh with because I know her because she's more reserved and I'm actually more outgoing and probably more thirsty. Definitely way more thirsty. So she had I've been and I'm like you the one. Like I was talking to talking to a lot of girls like too many like playing like searching. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like.
No, that's bad in the poly community, so we're not gonna use that word.
I mean, they can say what they want to say, but and then it was just certain things about Kasha and something about Talia, and they just like, I'm like, yeah, I think you might be
a good fit.
You know somebody who I can bring into my life. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like who I want to share my future with. And then what was funny was y'all don't even probably remember this. Me and Talia it was a couple that was trying to talk to Talia. It was a man and woman who was trying to talk to Talia, and the woman was trying to talk to me. They wanted to do some kind of swapping, swinging type shit. And I'm not really with all that. Like I don't like to do no.
Yeah.
None of that. I don't even like if you do you. I'm not. I'm more of poly vanilla. I like a lot of vanilla ice cream. Like
He's a poly vanilla.
Well, so we had gotten to like a big thing because the man was kind of doing. I feel like he overstepped boundaries.
He was doing too much. Yeah.
Yeah. So then me and we had a big argument. She told me to like stop talking to everybody. It's over with. And me and Kasha was talking, and I had told Kasha like, Kasha, I think it's a bad time. Me and my wife ain't really going. It's kind of like we're gonna put it on pause. And then Kasha, I think like 15 minutes later, inbox to me like, "Hey girl, how you doing?" And kind of like said, "I don't really listen to what you got to say. I think I want to do this." And then they developed a relationship and a friendship. And then I'm like, and then when it made sense, it made sense. And then I think Kasha, yeah, now it's you came, and then I think you came for the
He invited me to all these parties, and I was like, I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. I ain't gonna make it. And then I had a birth in Texas, and we met at the airport because I had a layover in Baltimore, and the rest is history.
And how long? Hey, what's up, Ronnie? Thank you for tuning in as well. How long have you guys been together now?
That was
5 years.
No, we've been in a relationship. That was last June, so we've been in a relationship probably since like October. It's like over a year, a little bit.
That was not last June. That was July of
2019.
2019. So that was.
That's not last year.
I mean,
okay.
It's not like last June, like the last June, not the previous June, the June before that June. So yeah, I guess the June 19th.
2021.
My bad.
Why do men always get dates wrong? They always get them wrong.
I never get dates wrong. What I get wrong is explaining things. I get dates correctly. I explain bad.
You explain the date wrong.
And she told her story kind of weak though, but we supposed to meet her at the airport. And then the flight that she's supposed to be on.
Because she's still on a time restriction. You can't be adding all of the details. The juicy stuff, and we need to keep it moving to the questions.
You missed the whole juicy part about. All right, Mona.
We got a lot of juice, Mona. We gonna talk about this when we go to dinner.
We got right.
Right.
We got a couple of questions to get through, but you can definitely jump in. After we get through these questions, because I know people are going to have questions. I already have a question in the comment right now, and this one actually fits right now, so I'm going to ask it. Ray says, how did your families feel about y'all's choice? That's a good one.
My mom, I feel like, loves them. Like, she haven't told me, but, like, she's met both of them.
Does she know that you guys are in a poly dynamic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. She want a hoodie.
Yeah, she wanted probably collection hoodie. Yeah, all of my family knows, and they're like, they don't care. They're cool.
Okay. And what about you, other two?
My family doesn't really know. My friends know.
Okay.
My family doesn't know. My friends don't like it. So.
They don't. Yeah, there's a lot of. It's a polarizing topic in America. So you see people who are like, and then sometimes I'll be like, well, with anything, I'm always like, well, why do you feel that way? And a lot of times people can't explain it, or they'll have a religious reason, you know what I'm saying? Or they just can't explain it because they just have been conditioned to think of things in a certain way, you know what I'm saying?
They'll quote the Bible but have 800 tattoos. I'm like, I thought they didn't quote the Bible. Don't worry about that scripture.
You know everybody pick and chooses. Everybody pick and chooses. I just be laughing at people. It's hilarious.
So, everybody in my life knows except for my grandmother because she's 83.
Yeah, you ain't trying to put that type of, yeah.
I don't want her dying and believe I'm going to hell, you know what I'm saying? Because I know ain't no way around it for her.
Yeah, I understand that.
Me and my mother just had a conversation about it this morning, actually, why it's kind of funny, because she thought it was like I got caught cheating, and my wife just said, okay. I'm like, no, they like it. I'm like, no, I think they like each other more than they like me, for real, for real.
Yeah, it's a lot deeper than that. So are you ladies bisexual as well?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna get into that too.
AF. Like, you gotta put the AF at the end because sometimes I like T more than I like Mitch. Like, no, I'm just joking.
So Demetrius asked, are there any children involved?
Yes, we have 6 children between between all of us.
And we don't have any kids. We don't have any kids together though.
Do all the children know?
My son, the oldest child is 16.
Oh, okay.
He know like you know.
Because he's 16. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old.
We have a 12-year-old.
A 12-year-old. He be in the house. He don't even be bothering with us. So
he in his room right now. I got a 14-year-old. I already know what that is.
And then the little girls, they don't know, but they everybody understand because we like when we come together, we sleep in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
Like they understand.
At the level they can understand.
All right.
Like kids,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say like the little kids, they still little, so
yeah, they're not thinking about relationships in general.
Like there's 2 birds and 1 bee now. So it used to be 1 bird in the bee, but now there's 2 birds in the bee.
So what would each of you say is the best pro of being in your dynamic and the biggest challenge of being in your dynamic?
For me, it's the biggest challenge is that we are in a long distance relationship. Me and Talia married. We live in Baltimore, and Kasha lives in Virginia Beach. And the hardest thing about that is, like on Tuesdays, we want to see your girlfriend. If you got to drive 4 hours, like or you know what I'm saying. Those things are like I remember one day Kasha had gotten into a car accident, and I couldn't really just get there like how you want to get there, like how you would want to be there for your partner, a woman.
Yeah.
She's can't call the girlfriend a woman. Like, she's not a little girl. My bad. I'm sorry.
I don't say anything. Like, I need a little bit more weight than that. Just a little bit.
She said she a big stepper.
Yeah.
Nah, you know about the VA girls now.
Yeah.
You can't say that.
She's a big manifester. She ain't stepping. She is definitely not stepping. She ain't even sliding. She don't know. So yeah, that's the hardest thing. The best thing about it, I think, is like I think the best thing for me, I think, is the amount of challenge it gives you as a human being. Like to make you really challenge your own insecurities and your own jealousies and your own whys and your own. Because I don't believe in shit.
That ego work.
Yeah, my ego. Yo,
that ego work is something. Yeah.
Yeah, I just really my ego. I don't even call myself by my government name. I call myself by my ego. Like my ego, Demetrius is my ego. I don't even call myself Demetrius by name. But,
yeah.
So I think that was like one of the greatest things. One of the things too is also being able to see somebody who loves somebody. You know what I'm saying, in a different manner. It's cool.
That's dope. Yeah.
It's cool to be like this, like me and Kasha got something that me and T got, and me and T got something that me and Kasha got, and they got something that I don't got. I don't understand how I don't got it, but they got something too. But
because you don't got it.
I don't understand, but you know, I thought I had it. Can you mute her? I'm gonna mute you.
I'm just laughing. I'm agreeing because I'm enjoying this. Like she understands. Maybe she just can understand where I'm coming from.
I understand. I do. So Talia, Miss Quiet, I can see that you are the more reserved one. Hold on, sorry.
Oh, the biggest pro and con?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Meech took all the good ones, but like love is the biggest pro. Just having all the love between us. Kasha kind of brings a lot of balance to our relationship. It's weird because it's 3 people, but when you can get it right,
yeah,
it's a lot of balance with having her around. I don't know.
What type of balance do you feel like she brings? Like, do you feel like you're more of the chill person, she's more of the turn up, so it kind of brings you out your shell, it kind of calms her down, or do you mean it just works better with 3 different personalities?
That what you were saying about us balancing each other, yes, but Kasha is like turn up, but she's real chill too, and real positive, real motivated. So like at times where I feel like I'm kind of low, we can like balance each other out. If I'm low, she can pull me up and vice versa.
Yeah.
When it comes to all of us together, I just think it's something about us that just really works well together. I think Meech is the most turn up out of all of us. So like I think me and Kasha, like together.
Simmer down.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
My pro would be just really having two individuals that understand me. You know, they say the best of both worlds, and the shit is real. So that, and I would say a con would be sometimes I have to be a mediator when I don't want to be, but I know like I have to show the fuck up for my partners. So I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like a pro and a con, but like sometimes I don't like it, but I know I have to.
Do you feel like you're more of the mediator, or everybody takes on a mediator role here and there?
Everybody, like, and I feel like that's something that we're still learning to accept, because it's like, okay, if I don't know, me and T going through something, T's probably gonna talk to Meech about it, or you know what I mean, vice versa. So just everybody has to be there for each other, and I feel like a lot of times I don't have anybody else that I can go and talk to this about openly. You know what I mean? So we have to share those thoughts with one another.
Ray said you guys have been a unit since being in the poly life. They talked about it a little bit earlier. They did explore another relationship, but for Kasha, this is her first poly relationship, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think.
Thank you for watching, Prince. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would say they don't really argue with each other. I just usually argue with everybody else. So
It's
usually,
you the problem.
Yeah, I'm the issue. That's why I need the balance. I could be overbearing, so I think sometimes she's like, man, I want go away or go. And sometimes
me and Kasha relate on a different level. Like Meech is more like, I don't want to say confrontational, but he speaks on how he feels very quickly. Like if he's feeling a way, you're gonna know it.
Like no filter.
No.
Yeah, me and Kosh are just like a vibe. Like we can talk to each other. It doesn't take a lot for us to come to an understanding. So I think that's the difference.
And I understand that because nobody understands a woman like a woman. Like we're more emotional driven and things like that. Well, they say that because men are emotional too. I don't know, but
no, men are more emotional
in a different way.
They just trying to hide it.
It looks different.
I think what it is men are more emotional, but they're not in touch with their emotions. We are in touch with our emotions.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm super emotional.
Yeah. Okay, so Ray wants to know, what are your astrology signs? Why did you ask this, Ray? Because you know I'm gonna get deep. So
Capricorn, Aquarius, and a Scorpio. I'm a Capricorn, T is a Scorpio, and Meech is an Aquarius.
Nice. Now, Ray, I've told you this before. Your sun sign doesn't really mean nothing. It doesn't tell you. Your moon sign is really what's going to make a relationship work or not work. Do you guys know your full natal chart, or do you just know your sun sign?
We just talked about this the other day.
I remember. It's Virgo. I think my moon sounds Virgo.
Let me see if I can see mine again. Hold on. I feel like it was in this thing that I have. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I know my Asian sign is the pig. I don't know about the
I said I know my Asian side. I can't find it. Let me see.
Don't worry about finding it. It's okay, because I'll go down a whole rabbit hole when we talk about that. So I don't even want to do it. Ray's excited because he's a Scorpio. He's in the comments saying, whoop, whoop.
Hey.
What's the biggest difference you've noticed in your life being in a poly relationship versus a monogamous relationship? Yes, Sarah, that's definitely true. It's the moon sign controls your emotions. That's why it matters in a relationship more. Your rising sign, your ascendant, controls what you present to the world, and your sun sign is like your overall. But if your moon sign counteracts with your sun sign, it will take over. That's why. Sorry, I had to explain something. But go ahead.
That's Sarah. It's all good for Sarah. What was the question? I forgot.
What's the biggest difference
that we've seen in ourselves?
Oh, I have it. If you're not ready to talk,
go ahead.
Insecurities. Like, I think that if you have any insecurities, they're gonna really show in polyworld.
Okay.
So it really helps you like grow as a human, like a lot, like a whole lot.
I always hear that from people. Yeah.
I gotta definitely piggyback off of what we said earlier about just being able to find yourself and like really dig deep within yourself and like figure out what you want. I feel like this love style just forces you to level up in so many ways. So yeah, I would say that's my biggest one.
Okay.
I really, it's like I said, it's me understanding I can love a different way because like I was saying, like my first real girlfriend was Talia. And we were together for so many years, and then now with me being polyamorous relationship, it's like me understanding that it's a different relationship and it's okay. Like I still used to think I was cheating. Like me and Talia been doing this for 10 years off and on. And still until like last month, I'm like, man, I think she might not be really with this shit for real, but just be cool. Because she don't want to fuck it up for the homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was like, how you get her to do it? I'm like, bro, I didn't really get her to do it. And like, she wanted, it was in her. It wasn't like I like tricked her, you know what I'm saying? I might have put more effort in to do the leg work, but that's what, no, mind.
It's what fit for y'all.
Yeah, I mean, that perfect makes sense for our relationship, yeah, but like, I think, and then also I think like, certain stuff that Talia asked me not to do in the past, I said no. Kasha asked me to do now, and now like since both of them asked me to do, I'm like, maybe I gotta try to do this. It's like the kid who care about me keep asking me to do this, and TV thinking TV thinking that I be getting punked by Kasha. It's more like I feel like I'm getting double teamed. I'm like, well, you said it last year, and then she said it last week. I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and just
do better.
Try, maybe, or think about it, or either just lie, say I'm gonna do it for like 8 more months, and then maybe I forget about it. One to three, I don't know yet.
He gonna do better, Mona, because I told him he has to.
Yes, and sometimes when you hear something from more than one person, whether that's a intimate relationship or friendship relationship, sometimes it makes you check yourself, like, oh, maybe the problem is, something I need to work on. Ray, you put how? How to what, buddy? You gotta write out the question because I have no idea which part you were asking how about. I'm so sorry. So
y'all can message us. We have an Instagram.
Yes.
You would like.
What is your Instagram?
What's our Instagram, Beach?
Three Go ahead.
THR3US.
THR3US on Instagram if you want to ask them specific questions, or if you're scared that your name will be in the comments asking, more questions that you are afraid people seeing you ask. But you can ask whatever, they're definitely cool. What's the biggest misconception you guys face about poly relationships?
I think that for me, the biggest misconception for me, people think about me is, for Talia, I think, is that I made her do this. I remember I should be telling her biggest misconception.
I was just about to say, can I get
Take me your shot.
My biggest misconception is that they think I try to make her do it. How about that, man?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, that's better.
And the biggest misconception I think for Kasha, I'm playing. Kasha home and Talia again.
I guess people just always say like you're greedy or this isn't gonna work. Something's wrong with you. Like I don't know. This is like a fairy tale. I hear so many things.
Fairy tale, sorry.
Like
everybody thinks I'm being tricked. Like basically, Meech has convinced me to do this. I couldn't possibly want to do this. I'm doing anything to keep him. That sort of thing.
Oh, like you're a pick me and you're just going along to get along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's a lot of misconceptions about relationships in general. So you got to do what works for you.
I think it can be true for a lot of relationships, but I don't think it's true for this relationship.
There's definitely people that you can tell the woman is not really with it, but she's just doing it to keep the man. You can definitely tell that.
Like our girlfriend Amita, the mean light-skinned girl.
Now she just can't. I just feel like I don't see how anybody can really last very long pretending to like some, to the level that we do it.
They can't last long. That's why it fizzles out real quick. They can't.
It has to blow up because that's a lot of pressure. You have to really, really check yourself.
I don't say, boy, but she believed Talia. She was a theater, so you never know. She might be over here getting that motherfucking Vivica Fox on.
No, he didn't say Vivica Fox.
This is a bad Tyler Perry movie right now going on.
So how do you guys feel about other poly dynamics, like a woman and two men?
Oh,
Yes.
poly and dry.
Or polyandry,
Yes.
polyandry.
I that's some dry shit on her dog. I was 2 minutes. No, I'm just playing, but
That, or sometimes there's even like these quad couples that the couples date each other.
I think like if you like it, I love it. Like as long as anybody getting hurt, as long as you being ethical, as long as you not finessing nobody and everybody getting what they deserve and need. If y'all want to have a quad, if you want to be a lady, she got 5 men. If you want to be a man, he got 3 women. If you want to be all other kind of dynamics, go for it. I prefer closed dynamics. I prefer more group dynamics more than solo polyamory. I believe in group dynamics as far as life. You know what I'm saying? But whatever floats your boat, I'm okay with it as long as nobody getting hurt.
So for the people out there watching who don't know some of these terms we're throwing out, maybe we can stop for a minute. So a closed dynamic means that you just date each other. You're not dating other people. Mm-hmm. Open means that they can date other people. What other terms do we use? A unicorn is a bisexual woman who is single, and sometimes in different type of sexual relationships and poly relationships, a couple will go after that woman because of the fact that it's a unicorn. It's like something rare to find. But what happens is a lot of times, if it's not ethical, what he's saying, that person gets pushed to the side, like how Talia was saying earlier. So people who practice poly lifestyles, who believe in ethical poly, they have certain standards, just like you would have in a monogamous relationship when it comes to that. So a hierarchy is basically when, let's say somebody's married and then they bring another person in, sometimes they'll decide, well, I'm more important than that new person, so there's a hierarchy. Some people like that, some people don't. So, for you three, do you practice an ethical relationship and do you have a hierarchy?
No, I don't believe in hierarchy. I mean, I think that, I think that realistically, it's certain things that Posh may not get at this time that I may get, and I think that she understands that.
Because you've been together so long.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's going to be certain things that just can't be made equal or made fair or whatever. But I believe in equity, I don't want her to ever feel like she's being used or being forced, because I just treat people the way that I would want to be treated. And if I were in her shoes, I wouldn't want anything less. And the same for me. I wouldn't want to have him dogged or have him feeling like he's less important in the relationship either. So no hierarchy.
That's dope. So what are your...
Ethical? She asked Kasha, was she ethical?
Well, what are your ethical... what are the ethical standards in your particular dynamic?
I think
One penis policy.
One penis policy, so no extra penises, okay.
No extra penises. I don't think we have many, honestly. Like, what other ones is there? What other, boundaries do we have? Like, I feel like...
Can't nobody used to date, text you, and come to your house?
No U-turns, okay.
No, we just...
Being messy.
Stop being... I know you. I can tell it was being messy.
I like that, Mona. No U-turns.
No U-turns.
They gone for a reason, right?
Yes. Don't try to come back. Don't try to come back.
Listen,
this car goes one way.
That way, folks. You going back that? You opened up this can of worms and look at you every single time. Every single time.
Sarah said was one penis policy Talia and Kasha's choice, or was it enforced or brought about by me? Just a really good question.
Woo!
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
I think the enforced word is kind of strong.
He doesn't like that. Was it presented and stated that that's what you wanted?
That's my preference.
Enforced? I would say no, but he has expressed that this is what he would prefer.
Now, preferences, hold on, no, I'm not going to let y'all do that. Preference means this is what I prefer, but it could go whatever way. I don't get that feeling.
Well, maybe that's the feeling for me, but maybe that's not.
Is that your boundary? Is that your boundary, Meech?
For me, it's a difficult conversation. Now, I ain't
Let's
gonna
talk about it.
No, the truth of the matter is that's where I'm most comfortable. but I used to be more comfortable with just us. Then I say more girls. So I feel like we are open-ish and we are polyamorous polygamous. Like I want to say polygamy.
We open.
But then if we open
and the one penis policy does not have to be enforced. Like,
you know what I'm saying? So
okay,
like
so hold on. You're open to evolving because you're in a closed relationship, right?
No, open relationship.
Oh, you're in an open. I'm sorry, I said closed earlier.
Maybe still hate. That's what I'm saying. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying?
Meech has his preferences, but I think I have came along and opened his mind to other things. Or while we have grown this relationship, he's like, okay, well maybe I could do this. Maybe I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I still
and we function like we're closed for the most part, and I think we kind of like. I think we can bring it to the table if it was something bigger, like a bigger relationship we were pursuing. But I don't think anybody's actively pursuing a relationship with another person at this time.
Okay.
But I think eventually we all want to move together, and I think Meech would want to see the closed thing happen.
Yeah. Like, I mean, this is my thing. Like, it could be like maybe like a girls' trip. You see a nigga in Miami, and y'all have too many motherfucking tequilas, and you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Like a comment.
Yeah, yes.
He might comment.
He said he's willing to entertain if he will never see that person again. If that person will never be around you again.
I mean, the main thing about it is like,
he also entertains ravishing. So.
Don't do that to me. Don't have me out here looking like I'm some kind of pervert or something. No, so the truth of the matter is that like, that all that's evolving, and that's even me evolving and becoming more secure myself and that world. You know what I'm saying? Like even like me and Talia, like I even had jealousies with Talia and Kasha. Even like I had jealousies because like that was my first everything. Wanting a girlfriend, kiss, not kiss. No, I ain't gonna say kiss. I used to be a contemplator in my days. You know what I'm saying? But so like it was. So it's me and growing and evolving.
It's all ego work, and working through it.
Become more self-confident. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I still do have standards of how I want someone who I call my anchoring partner, my nesting partner, to have. Now, if you want to be like a common or a secondary partner, it's gonna be a looser standard because we have a loose relationship. You know what I'm saying? So even like now, I think I would be tougher on T, or I'd be more critical of T going today than Nakasha would. You know what I'm saying? Because of just.
Why is that?
Because your last name ain't with a G.
He can see me because I'm right here.
Because you're right there. Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like that's real though, because I feel like that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be until we together.
We got like 18 months, 16 months, 2 days and 36 minutes.
So we only have a little bit of time left. Thank you for watching, Kimi, Kita, Tony, Love, Change. Thank you for tuning in. So my initial questions are done, so we can get into stuff a little juicier. So I'm just gonna say it. So how is the sex?
Great. How was the sex?
Yes. Do you find it more difficult to juggle if you're all in an intimate situation together, or do you take time to do things separately? Because a lot of people just say, "Oh, it's going to be great" or whatever. But that's, you have to juggle different things. So is it really fire? Let us know. Everybody wants to know.
I mean, the sex ain't the issue.
The sex is fire. Together, separate, all of it.
Okay.
Yeah. I think one thing I can credit Kasha for is.
What?
I'm just wondering.
Oh, he said credit.
He said credit. Look, Kasha, you ready to pop off?
I was going to say, what I do now? You about to go out there and tell these people I did something? What? That we didn't talk about before this call?
I ain't even gonna talk about Raindrop Tip Top. No, I'm just not playing. But no.
Wow.
See, this is why because y'all never know how to act.
No,
wow.
But really, no. The first and foremost, she drove her to meet us. Like, she did that. You know what I'm saying? I was still kind of halfway bluffing. I'm like, man, I don't like, you know what I'm saying? And then she was the one who introduced solo dates. She was the one who introduced solo trips. I wanted to see T by herself. I wanted to see you by yourself. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, have individual time, and like I never really thought about that. 'Cause I always feel like the whole is greater than its parts, but at the same time, she helped me realize that you gotta nurture each and every individual relationship.
I think that that's true because how could you really establish real good connection if you're always all three together? I just don't think. I think you have to do that.
Yeah, I had a little thing. Remember, y'all remember this? So look, me and Talia, we ride to work together. So we used to have like a long commute. So the first 30 minutes, like we had like I had every morning I used to drive before COVID, an hour and 15 minutes for work. An hour and minutes, me and Tia riding the car by ourselves, or me 20 minutes, we riding the car by ourselves. And then once she dropped the daughter off at daycare, that was like 20-minute mark. We would call Kasha on three-way every morning. We would call Kasha on three-way. And so then we would ride in the car every morning for 20 minutes and all be on the phone for 20 minutes in the morning. And then Tia go to work if I drop her off at work. And then the last 20 minutes of my drive, me and Kasha would have our own built-in communication time. So we have, I think we always had individual phone communications and relationships, but I think like we had to go.
Yeah.
So like when we go to Virginia, Kasha was coming to town, we always used to go together because we only go twice a month. You know what I'm saying? So everybody want to see everybody. So you know what I'm saying? So I think that's one thing I created her is like helping me understand that we have to nurture the individual relationships to nurture the whole relationship. So
yeah.
That was it. I wouldn't say nothing about the sex. I mean, I don't want to tell people how to do that. I don't want to get anybody else the reason to go in your inbox. The sex is terrible.
Please don't.
You said it's trash.
Trash. They be laying us still.
He said it's trash. Hey, I feel you because people will slide right up in that inbox.
Every time. They were slid on. I put up a Women Crush Monday post. I put up a Women Crush Wednesday post, whatever. A nigga trying to holler at her on the post. I'm like, nigga, get your own post. You know what I'm saying?
It's a pandemic. They're lonely in these streets.
Yeah,
it's horrible. Like that is something that I feel like maybe Talia can also speak on too, but it's like so horrible in the poly streets. Like, get out of my inbox, leave me alone. I don't want your dick pics. Say more than hey to me. Like, bye.
I just keep saying hey. It's cool. Like,
good morning, beautiful.
Not hey, like
I good morning, beautiful. I good morning myself, beautiful. Hey, keep good morning, beautiful. I good morning, beautiful myself into this relationship.
Good morning, beautiful is great when you're in a relationship with somebody. It's even okay the first time. Don't keep saying good morning, beautiful every day and not saying nothing else.
Them niggas be copying and pasting.
Yes.
Control C.
Yes.
I think even with Talia, I realized like too, like I could tell you myself, I don't really like polymarried women.
Okay. Why?
You know and then like, especially for me, like if I'm trying to pursue a primary relationship with you and you still married, that means that's your primary relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't in the space where I was trying to be part of your second relationship. So I think a lot of times, even Kasha get way more heat than Talia do because that's my wife. Everybody knows that's my wife. Well, some people think he's my wife too. That was really weird because but I think sometimes like poly-married women don't get as much traction or much heat as poly-single women do or perceived unicorns. I don't really call people unicorns because they make you feel like you're a mythical beast and I gotta chase you and you got rainbows and shit. I ain't going. It's too much work. You know what I'm saying? I just call you a woman.
Then they cut the horn off and throw you to the streets and take the horns with them.
Now you're a regular horse.
Now you're regular just galloping, looking for a home.
You never know how to act. Everywhere we go.
I'm at home. I ain't going nowhere. You in the streets.
Everywhere we go. Everywhere we act, Mom. This is how we act.
That's good though. Y'all have good vibes together, so I can see how it all works, well together. And I want to thank you guys for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. Is there anything that you want to plug, you want to shout out, you want to tell someone who's interested in the poly lifestyle or somebody who looks down on it before we close out?
Two things. The Instagram is...
it was posted in the comments by Sarah. She actually posted your Instagram.
Sarah. I love Sarah. She's my favorite Canadian. She's even better than Drake. I thought Drake was my favorite Canadian. No, first it was Steve Nash. But Sarah, she won now. Then Steve Nash, then Drake. That's my top 3 Canadian.
Canadian people. Okay.
But no, Threes is the page where we kind of show our relationship. We don't do too much because we don't want it to be a commodity because we want it to be a real relationship. You know what I'm saying? The new trend is get into a triad, start an Instagram page, and tell about your business, and then you gotta come up and tell about when you break up. You know what I'm saying? Which happens. You know what I'm saying? But I think sometimes when people try to make their relationship be too much of a commodity, you're not doing the real work to build your relationship. That's one thing. But we also have the Poly collection. I think I can see my hoodie. We make poly apparel.
They make merch. All right, get into it. Hustler.
Poly collection, and that's the Poly collection on Instagram. The Poly collection on Facebook. It's a page called Poly Collect. There's a girl with a t-shirt on, say Poly collection on. Those are our Facebook and Instagram. I just think I don't really believe in anything the government, white Jesus, most of the stuff America people believe in. All this still got to do with capitalism. I still believe in capitalism. Besides, I don't believe in nothing else. So I don't have to believe in relationship styles either. But I think for real is that like a lot of people who are monogamous are not ethical. So you'd rather be a not ethical.
That part.
Non-ethical monogamous.
Yeah, you'd rather be a not ethical. Say it.
Non-ethical monogamous.
I'd rather be an ethical non-monogamous while you be a non-ethical monogamous. When I figured it out, it's gonna sound real tight, but I ain't got it together yet. I just made it up, but once I get it, for real, like y'all be cheating in line, yo. If you mad at me, like if my grandma get mad, her and my granddad was together for 50 years, and I don't never heard about her cheating. You can do that, but like I got a homeboy who went off on me and like, bro, you ain't been faithful to nobody. Nigga, I wasn't married though, my nigga. I'm like, it's okay.
You still, somebody thought you were supposed to be theirs though. Yeah, people make all kinds of excuses.
Yeah. So I would just say like, yes, if you gonna do it right.
Well, what's a good way? What's y'all's advice for a person who, is kind of feeling like they're not monogamous? That's not how they are, and they don't want to live a lie. How do you think they should go about pursuing entering the poly world? Should they start with, like groups or research somewhere? What do you suggest?
I say research. More Than Two. Isn't that the book that everybody reads? Ethical Slut. Facebook groups are kind of good too. You just can't trust everything in there, but you can kind of have a good dialogue and just see all the different perspectives. And I would say if you join a poly group, don't join one because you might have a total wrong perspective. But just try to branch out and join other things. Yeah. But polyamory is not one way to do it. I think that's the beauty in it. If you educate yourself and you try to be ethical, I think you can kind of develop something that fits you.
And plug your group on Facebook.
The Poly Collection.
The Poly Collection, which is also on their Instagram. If you need any questions answered, please feel free to inbox them. Kasha, do you have anything else to say before we go?
Just want to say thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Community. And I just always recommend do what feels good for you. I don't feel like I said, for me, I felt it in me. You know what I mean? So it was I already knew. I just didn't really know how to navigate. So do what feels good for you.
Awesome.
And I just think really try to do it with correct intent. You know what I'm saying? Try to do what's right for everybody involved. You know what I'm saying?
What if it's a single person?
Everybody, most people
involved. If I'm single, I'm gonna do what's best for me.
I agree. What's best
for you? What I'm saying by that is, if
I'm not single, I'm gonna do what's best for me.
We know.
Oh, we have a really good question before we go. This is the last question. First of all, Sarah is plugging y'all all through the comments. So I love that she's
She run Poly Collection Canada.
Okay, she's doing dope. But the question, Ronnie asked a good question, and she said, how does one know that they are non-monogamous? I'm not clear how people come to knowing this.
I was just always interested in even just connecting with other individuals. I feel like because I was in a monogamous relationship, I had to kind of limit that, you know. And I was like, I don't like this. Like, it wasn't. It didn't even have to be sex, but like making those connections with another male because I was in a relationship with a male felt wrong to me.
Yeah.
So I think just again visiting yourself, knowing what you like and what you don't like, and going from there. You really have to dig deep to know.
And I'm guessing maybe she's saying, is it something more that you just are? So it's not something that you can kind of label. But I think you kind of do still have to come to that understanding with yourself to be able to say, to be able to say what it is. Because even though we were practicing polyamory for a while, we didn't know that that was what it was called. We just were like, we're doing this real weird thing that we can't tell people about.
Yeah.
But we really love this person, but we don't know how to explain this. So
I didn't know I was non-monogamous until I fell in love with my second girl. Like, I didn't really know what I was doing. Or like until I'm like, this ain't just sex. It's like a person I care about. This is somebody who I want to see.
And you miss them when you break up. Like, it's sad. Like, it's like,
all the things you experience and those monogamous relationships, but with multiple individuals. Like, full stop. There's no other way that I can explain that, because I feel like I said, I just enjoy making those connections. Like, well, I want to talk to this person today. I want to talk to this person tomorrow. I want to, I don't know, go out to eat with somebody. Like, you enjoyed, I guess, connecting with those people.
Connecting with people in general, yeah.
Hey, got Kimmy in here. Say hi to Kimmy. Hey, Kimmy.
Hey, Kimmy. How you
Hey,
doing?
Kimmy.
I hope you're feeling better.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on. I really appreciate it, and for being my first podcast where I did virtual, and that is really dope. So now it's all set up, and I got a lot of episodes that I'm going to be doing this with this season. We'll still be doing some in studio as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Again, if you need any other questions answered, you have their information. You can reach out to them. They will answer you as long as you're not, on some weird shit. Don't be on no weird stuff.
You answer that too.
Well, yeah.
We can laugh.
Direct all the weird stuff to Meech.
Together, I feel like we all feel a little bit more comfortable, so we can do this in our group as well.
Yeah, see?
Get on Oprah. Get on Cobra. Get on
So I've been asking them to do, I feel like everything. Like, we need to do these things, absolutely, because people need to hear this.
Yeah, Mona, thank you. This was fun. I was super nervous.
You're welcome. Don't be. Don't
and you
be
were
nervous.
a really good host, like you said.
Mona, you tell you, this you dope.
I try.
It's dope. You dope. I like this.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah, Ronnie, and Ray. They are echoing your sentiments. I'm gonna go home, feel great. So thank you guys, and tune in next week for the Dope Dichotomy podcast next Sunday live, 8 p.m. Well, somewhere around there. Y'all know we get started.
What's the next topic?
If I remember correctly, the next podcast episode is with Armani from Major League Band. It's a go-go episode. It's a go-go band.
Go-go.
Major League Band. Oh, you're from Baltimore, and you're from St. Louis. That's why. Yeah. Listen to it. Listen to it. Don't even start, because I am a DMV girl. Don't start. I know how y'all be. And the bad thing is, you come from St. Louis, and then you move to the one place that hates on the go-go community. So I know how you feel.
I just don't. I just like hip hop beats. I'm kind of. I like what I like. But
I'm a hip hop head. This whole podcast is based in hip hop.
You use the word dope. I like mambo sauce though, so we can call it even.
Okay. Well, you like something.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send you some Major League Band though, so you can get into it. I'm gonna send you some.
Thank you.
All right, love y'all. Thank you so much, and I will hit y'all a little later after I get home.
Cool.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much, Mona.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'll come when you get home.
All right.